Using page feeds, really underutilized tool. Instead of just at the asset group level, giving it a final URL and saying, just go after this. For example, if you're only doing a feed only and you're not using, or you're not using a URL expansion setting, in that case, this could be a really good tool. You can essentially give Google a page feed that has a list of URLs that you can then associate with that asset group. So you can say, look, I just want you to target the sending traffic to these pages. It's less restrictive. It'll allow Google to try different pages, but you have a lot more control rather than adding a million URL exclusions. Definitely something to try. Query filtering with standard shopping campaigns. So I like to call right now sort of the return to standard shopping, because I do like pairing, in some cases, a Performance Max campaign with a standard shopping campaign. But rather than just have like one standard shopping campaign, don't forget the classic query filtering model for standard shopping, where essentially you use the different priorities the standard shopping can have, high, medium, low, and you are essentially filtering different intents, query intents or search term intents by the bids and budgets and the priority settings of those campaigns. So essentially, you're maximizing your budgets and your more aggressive bids to the search terms that are most likely to convert, whether that's in SKUs, product names, your brand, whatever it is. You have more control over that, and then everything that's sort of left over that doesn't likely convert very often or just isn't as relevant, and you're not really sure where they are in the commercial intent, in terms of commercial intent, that can be filtered to a lower bid, technically high priority campaign. So there's a lot of information about that. Be sure to check that strategy out, but don't just set up a standard shopping campaign because you hear it's a good idea to pair it with PMax, or just only move to standard shopping. You could do that in some cases, and I still do it definitely. But don't forget about the query filtering option. It's a really, really great strategy. Next one's going to be conversion value adjustments. I hinted at this earlier. So essentially, this is a way to bid for profit rather than just the initial revenue from your ad clicks. So there are also tools for this, because this can get a little bit complicated, because you got to make sure you have the Google Click ID, the time of conversion. You have to upload that into Google Ads, and it's a lot of legwork in some cases. So if you want to use a tool for it, Profit Metrics is a fantastic tool. I definitely would recommend that you check those guys out for it. But essentially, this allows you to bid for profit inside your Google Ads campaigns, as opposed to just the initial conversion value.